A lot of people say that religion is the opiate of the masses, or that we have gone past the need for religion in modern society. But those same people create religions in other ways, whether it's political ideology, whether it's ethnic solidarity, and often those new forms of religion are even more harmful than the old forms. Because at least in religions like Christianity and Islam, there's forgiveness of sin and there's submission to God. Because they are universal religions, everyone, no matter who you are, can come to God and be accepted. This is why, in many cases, religion has been considered a very useful tool for social cohesion. This has nothing to do with the validity of the claims. But when it comes to political ideologies, there is no salvation. The only salvation is the victory of the political ideology. Whether it's fascism, you purge the other race and your race is ascendant. Or in the case of communism, they think heaven as this paradise where proletarians not only control the means of production, but are freed from the chains of work. Achieving communism is the goal, but they think that having an ideologically motivated an ideologically motivated government is going to create communism in the real world. Obviously, that cannot be so. And also, this idea of an ethnic purity is hugely damaging. It leads to war. It leads to violence. At least in religious wars, there is a fundamental reason behind it. People say religious wars are stupid, but people genuinely believe that God was on their side. Just like the Marxist believes that the forces of history are on their side, or fascists believe that they are inevitable. All of this is dangerous. What's not dangerous is the aspect of universalism. Universalism is probably the best aspect of Christianity, Islam, and various Abrahamic religions because they believe in the necessity of all to come to God and all be equal under God. Now, whether this happens in practice is another factor. Why did I want to talk about this? Anytime you hear someone claim that religion is bullshit, they're selling you something. They're selling you a new ideology. They're selling you a new political system. They're selling you something else for you to follow them rather than follow the established order. I'm not opposed to the established order. I'm not opposed to new forms of religion coming up. But I understand that no matter what, there are trade-offs. And my interest is fundamentally in social stability and economic progress over revolutionary politics. Christianity was a revolution. If everything with AI and robotics goes as a lot of people expect, maybe communism may come into place, actually. But even if this happens, it's not going to change the fact that economics will be controlled by the decision makers. Politicians will control the resources rather than the people directly. Because when you have the people control the people control the system, there's a lack of coordination because too many people have too many different ideas of what to do with the organization. So obviously, there's this idea called the iron law of oligarchy that essentially No matter what system you have, you always end up with an oligarchy. You'll always end up with a ruling elite that takes control and takes power and makes the system their own. This is dangerous. So be careful, be warned, and understand the true nature of reality. People are charlatans. And often, one man's cult is another man's religion. One man's broken ideology is another man's salvation. Be a free thinker in life and be careful.